Hey everyone! As you all know, I'm back in Japan now. I'm not in Seoul anymore, but I've been getting so many questions about SNU, and lately the emails have been overflowing, and I feel like I get a lot of the same questions, so I'm gonna make two Q&A videos. This one's gonna be about for those who got accepted to SNU and that are concerned about if they're on the waiting list for the dorms, or about housing, if dorms are better or not, or the price banks, cell phones. I'm gonna all discuss it here. And for those that are like still high school students or not get accepted to SNU and have questions about scholarships or how they're supposed to apply, I'll make another Q&A video that's gonna come up. But yes, this one's gonna be for those who are already accepted to SNU and have questions. So yeah, here are the questions. This is it's gonna be based on one main email. I'm not gonna mention the person's name, but yeah, I get these questions asked a lot. So yeah, these are gonna be the answers, and I hope you'll find it helpful. So question first is, if you get accepted to the dorms, is simply mailing them an x-ray, chest x-ray, scanned passport copy, and the attachment PDF form for the measles and vaccination sufficient? Yes, if that's what they say that you have to give, then that should be sufficient. Depending on which country you're from, you'll need more like health certificates and stuff like that, but for the most part, what they say they need from you, then that's what you give them. And worst case scenario, this is what happened to me, but for example, say you can't get, like, I don't know, a doctor's appointment on time, or you can't give a certain paper on time, then just message them and tell them the day that you're going to hand it in to them, and hand it in the day that you're going to tell them that you told them that you're going to hand it in to them. Then everything's going to be fine. But yes, whatever says on the thing, on the papers, that's exactly what you have to do, and that's all you have to give them. And surprisingly, they're not that strict with it. Like, just hand in the papers. That's like the minimum that you have to do. Like, that's all you have to do, literally. So yeah, as long as you hand in the paper, that's all that matters. I'm sorry if I'm talking too fast, but I hope you guys can catch up. Okay, next is, when you get accepted to the dorms, do you have to pay for the maintenance fee right away before you arrive, or could you just pay at the spring semester dorm fee they tell you to pay through online transfer to the designated bank number they give to us? Sorry guys, I'm on my other camera now because my other phone ran out. My other camera ran out of battery. But if they tell you to pay through online transfer, then yeah, you should be able to do it once you get back to once you get to SNU. Yeah, you could pay during spring semester dorm fee. Yeah, but I paid while I was in Japan. But yeah, I know some people that paid while they were there. And yeah, just let your advisor know in SNU that you're gonna pay once you arrive. I'm arriving 1 to 2 days before we can move into the dorm, so I can go to the welcoming day event organized by SNU Buddy. And I was wondering if you have a recommendation on which places I should stay beforehand. Well, a lot of people stay in guest houses. If you type in Google, like, say, a lot of people, I know most people stayed in like Hongdae. Well, no, a lot of people stayed in a lot of random places, but I recommend Hongdae because Hongdae, you could do a lot of things in Hongdae. So on Google, just type guest houses Hongdae, and a whole bunch of like guest houses should appear, and they're pretty affordable and they're pretty nice too. So yeah, I recommend you staying in a guest house. Hongdae is good. Hongdae is good. If you can't, then just any guest house is fine because it will be pretty cheap. But Hongdae is definitely recommended. I know you mentioned to bring pillowcases and bed sheets on your videos. I just wanted to reconfirm. You should bring bed sheets and pillowcases. I know some people that bought it once they got to Seoul as well, but that costs about like 30 to 50 bucks. So yeah, if you want to save money, then yeah, I recommend you bringing bed sheets. I personally would bring my own bed sheets. Yeah, it's probably gonna be cheaper to bring it myself. I would recommend it, but I know a couple people, it's like 50-50. I know half the people I know they brought it, the other half they bought it once they got to Seoul. Finally, the last question is for SNU Buddy. I was wondering if you could tell me more about your experience. I'm kind of nervous to choose someone to become my personal buddy because I don't want to choose someone I might not get along with / miss out an opportunity to become closer with other local Koreans. Also, were you closest with your personal buddy, or were you able to get closer with the other SNU buddy people? It really depends on the person. So say you want to get to know other people other than your personal buddy, then yeah, there's so many opportunities to meet other buddies. SNU buddy group, I highly recommend you to join, especially because, okay, say like for dorms, for the people that don't get accepted to dorms, I found out that just now that SNU doesn't really help you find housing. You have to find it yourself, and almost all the exchange students that didn't get accepted to the dorms, their personal buddy helped them. So yeah, the buddy program is really helpful, especially if it's your first time in Korea. Your buddy's gonna help you throughout everything, so totally recommend having a personal buddy. And yeah, even though you have a personal buddy, your personal buddy, you know, they have a life too, right? So it's not like you're gonna be with them all the time. You could definitely hang out with other people in your group or other people in other SNU buddy groups, other exchange students, definitely. But I have to say, SNU buddy is like, you have to join SNU buddy if you like. It's like the best, okay? Because the second semester, I missed the application period and I didn't join, and that's one of my biggest regrets from my last semester in SNU. So yeah, I highly recommend SNU buddy. I wasn't closest with my SNU buddy. I think the main reason is because I had other friends as well. So yeah, I was able to hang out with other friends. Oh, about housing. I mentioned that your SNU buddy is gonna help you with it. And I know a lot of SNU buddies that even pick you up at the airport and come back all the way to SNU with you, like helping with your luggage as well, which is super sweet. So highly recommend that as well. And yeah, like when you're sick, your SNU buddy helps you. Like, they help you find doctors because they're fluent in Korean, so they help you find the doctor, even take you to the doctor depending on your buddy. And yeah, they're really, really helpful. So I highly, highly recommend SNU buddy. It's like the best, and everyone is so sweet. And like, yeah, you guys, I just recommend you to join. Oh, and by the way, the money is definitely worth it. Like, they'll give you so much more than what you pay for, so definitely join SNU buddy. Like, SNU, just join it, you guys, okay? Just, you won't regret it. If you want to look up on your own about goshwons are like the houses that you'll be living in if you don't get accepted to the dorms, unless you have a lot of money and you could afford living in like an apartment or something. But most people live in goshwons. I'll leave a link below on a site that you could look up goshwons around SNU, so yeah, I'll leave that as well. And worst case scenario, say that you couldn't find a goshwon or a place to stay before you arrive to Korea, then you could just stay at a hostel or a guest house for the time being while you do your like goshwon or like house searching. Yeah, so there's not a problem with that as well. I got waiting list questions a lot. I got a question once about the waiting list and what's the percentage of them getting in of the dorms, because if you don't get accepted, if you don't get a room in the dorms, you have a waiting list, and the number is like totally random. And yeah, there is no like I don't know anyone that knows the percentage of them getting into the dorms after the waiting list. So yeah, if you do end up on the waiting list, I recommend you start looking for housing on campus, at least temporary, maybe like a guest house, or even, yeah, just look for something temporary once. Oh, and I forgot to mention this, but cell phones and banking, the first day you arrive to SNU, there's going to be an orientation and they're going to explain everything about it, so you don't have to worry about those things, okay? I think that's it, right? For people who got accepted to SNU already that are coming. If you guys have more questions, then comment down below. I'll respond in the comment section as well, and I'll make a video if it's necessary, because I know how panicky it is, especially in the month of February when you're getting ready to go to SNU and everything. So yeah, you guys, lastly, to close this whole video up, congratulations for making it to SNU, and yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful year, you guys. It's a wonderful university and you're really gonna love it. And yeah, just live your life, okay? And don't regret anything. Make a lot of friends and experience the whole culture and everything. And yeah, good luck preparing. It's gonna be stressful for you guys. I remember it was really stressful for me, but good luck preparing, and I'll see you guys in the vlogs. Bye guys!